Well, I think I'll call the meeting to order. We won't call anybody in, but it is 6:01 PM on Tuesday, February 18th. Let's do a roll call. Vice Chair Gaskin.
Present.
Supervisor Garcia.
Here.
Supervisor Kirby.
Here.
Supervisor Nordigan.
Present.
And Chair Morrissey is here. Supervisor Stocker and Supervisor Nez are excused. Youth and Governance, Mr. Planky is excused, and Claire Koch
Here.
is here. Any citizens' comments? Citizens' comments? Any citizens' comments? Seeing none, citizens' comments are closed. Supervisors' comments? Any supervisor comments? Chair, only has one comment, and that is to thank you for coming out. I know it was a short notice meeting. I know it's election day, but due to other scheduling conflicts I had, I appreciate everybody coming out. Approval of the minutes from October.
I move the October minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion, corrections, or additions? Claire?
Aye.
Committee?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Number 7, amendment of Chapter 2 County Board Rules of Procedure. So just
So we
to,
have, did we change the order or no?
I don't know, maybe I have the wrong agenda.
With county executive appointments, well, on here, I don't know if it changed. So,
County
okay, maybe it
executive
changed.
appointments. Shouldn't be.
You might be looking.
I'm sorry, I got the wrong one up. My mistake, my mistake.
I don't know.
Wait a minute, we're legislative today, yeah. There we are. I'm up to
That's all
speed
right.
now.
That's tomorrow. But you're
In my brain,
We're going to have Corp Counsel Cardamone just give us a brief, but I'll just briefly say that the two documents, number 7 and number 8, are the same documents that were voted on in October. So in the minutes there, my understanding is there are no changes to those documents since then. The reason that they are back in front of us now is due to some kind of rule.
All right, thank you.
That we're trying to fix.
Yeah.
I understand. I was gonna say it wrong, so I'll just.
Yeah, no, thank you, Supervisor. I appreciate that. Yeah, the short version is these are exactly the same drafts, both the ethics and rules that this committee approved back in October. Frankly, we just plain ran out of time. Both of these are ordinances, which means they require 2 readings on consecutive meetings, and between coming up against the budget and coming up against the Sindai in November, we just ran out of time to get them done. There have been no changes made to those drafts. Again, they're exactly the same as they were. Attorney Phillips is here if there are questions or other concerns, suggestions, etc. Attorney Hall had a family matter come up unexpectedly the end of last week, so he sends his regrets. Again, if there was something specific about the ethics policy that people wanted to review again, he advised me that he would be available by cell phone until 7. But I cannot stress this enough. These are exactly the same drafts that the committee approved back in October.
So I guess, go ahead.
I do have a question, because I don't remember whether we discussed this or not. From the ones that were sent that in the agenda, it's page 4 of 27. I think it's 4B. And it had to do with an item of business that the county board did not adopt during the current session, may be introduced in the current section if 6 months have elapsed since the county board dispensed of the matter, and 2, the county board, the majority vote agrees to reintroduce the matter of business. Did we discuss not allowing that and just going? I thought there was already a mechanism in place that could bring it back up if there was, I don't know, 2/3 vote of the board that said we would like to discuss again. But I could be wrong, but I thought we did bring that up.
And my recollection was that yes, and I don't want to step on Attorney Phillips' toes, but my recollection is that, yeah, both of us had indicated that there was technically a mechanism to bring it up regardless.
Yeah,
But in the interest of, that may have been a change that was made at the executive committee When these were introduced last time, they went to the executive first and then came here.
Mhm.
There was some hesitation about relying simply on Roberts. And so we
Okay.
very specifically spelled out that a majority vote of the board could bring back something.
Right,
Um,
but this just say it can automatically come back in 6 months,
yes, and
because something could come up 4 times then, and,
It would have to be
And
by
it-
majority vote of the board as well. Both those-
oh, okay,
Yeah.
so every 6 months it could come up, the majority of the
Right,
board,
yeah.
just a simple majority.
Yeah.
And if I can recall the discussion, it was because right now you have a 6-month session, so something can get reintroduced every
Right,
6 months.
right,
The concern was we should have that type of.
okay, so that's what the second part of that
Yeah.
was at, got,
Yeah.
that's, I couldn't remember where that all came into being, I didn't want to read the red line.
We're trying to make sure that we strike a balance.
Right.
Yeah, trying to strike a balance between not being dilatory and
Mhm.
having, people just reintroducing the same proposal again and
Yeah,
again without
right.
any thinking that there's
Right.
likely to be a different outcome.
That was,
And not having a situation where something maybe, for whatever reason,
Okay.
is introduced and defeated 2 weeks into the term and people have to wait 23 months to bring
yeah,
it back,
right,
you know.
right, yeah, I thought there was a mechanism in place, but we better spelled it out,
Yeah.
and that's fine, yeah, we'll just get clarification, thank you.
There any other questions or comments? Or clarifications we're looking for?
Move to approve.
Before I take a motion, though, I want to make an announcement. So while I disagree and will vote no, Supervisor Stocker has asked that I inform the committee that he would like to have this deferred so he could attend a committee meeting next month to go over this. My opinion was, and I explained to him that it is the exact same thing that was voted on. I don't see a need for that, but I did tell him that I would address that with the committee, that he is asking that we consider a deferral. If anybody chooses to make that, that's up to them. I don't think it's appropriate. Shouldn't say I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's necessary under what we have in front of us, but I did want to bring that up. So
So I got a question before doing anything, or do we have to
No, go
approve
ahead.
it before
we're
discussing?
in
Okay.
discussion.
This is the draft of what was amended from the last meetings, or is this the draft before it was amended? This is the,
This
is the,
reflects everything that has
everything that
been
was-
done up to this point, but
Okay.
nothing else. So
Okay.
this is the same version that you voted on in October.
okay. There, so,
These are the exact copies of what were approved in October.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if the end of the session wiped all that out
Nope.
and made us go
No,
back to.
no, we brought back
Okay,
exactly that same draft.
all right, sounds good. Yeah, I didn't get down far enough to see what I wanted to see.
Okay, I just want to make that announcement. You have the floor.
And I move that, we accept, amendment to the MCKC Chapter 2 County Board of Rules and Procedures as presented.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Supervisor Norton, seconded by Vice Chair Gaske. Any discussion on the motion? Discussion, youth and governance, Claire,
I,
you want a roll call on this or just a simple? Let's do a roll call. Vice Chair Gaske,
Aye.
Supervisor Garcia,
Aye.
Supervisor Kirby,
I,
Supervisor Nordigan,
Aye.
and I vote aye. Passes unanimously. And I think I did say that Supervisor Nez and Stocker were excused, not just absent. Okay. Number 8, amendment of chapter 19 and 20, Kenosha County Ethics Policy.
Same spiel. Again, it's the same document that you were presented, and voted on in October, same rationale and reasons. We're just really hoping to get this, again, having said all that, if there are questions or concerns, like I said, Attorney Hall did say he'd be available by cell phone. If there was something that required his input, I'm also happy to discuss as best I can. But again, it is the same version that it was approved by this committee in October.
So I would just like to make a comment. I'm not going to make motions because I know that they have failed 6-1. I do believe the $200 For anything of value is an inappropriate amount. The current ordinance, correct me if I'm wrong, that's on the books today is $25. I just think in the,
No.
world we live in, there's distrust in government, and this dollar amount seems high to me. Not that it means anything to this committee, but the city I checked is $50. So again, those two sections continue to bother me, but in general, I think we moved a long ways forward with this. So other discussion? Any comments? All right, we would need a motion then. Seconded by Supervisor Kirby, seconded by Supervisor Nordigan. Any discussion on the motion? Claire,
Aye.
we'll do a roll call again. Vice Chair Gasky,
Aye.
Supervisor Garcia,
Aye.
Supervisor Kirby,
Aye.
Supervisor Nordigan,
Aye.
and I vote aye. Again, Supervisor Nez and Stocker are excused.
Thank you, committee members. Appreciate it.
Move to adjourn.
By Supervisor Nordigan, seconded by Vice Chair Gasky to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Nate.
Opposed? I'm